Hey Black Seattle, it's Keisha here. I am popping on for Wednesday Night Live, and this is going to be a community check-in because we didn't do one last week because I actually didn't have capacity to hop on live last week. So I'm doing it today. Hello to everyone who is trickling in, who is joining us. We are going to do Wednesday Night Live and it's community check-in. So that means I just want people to hop on with me and talk about what's going on with you. Just introduce yourself to the community, say hello, ask questions. We're just going to have a conversation. I love doing these where we just get to know the people in the community. I will definitely get us started and share some things. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live, everybody who's joining. We're doing community check-in this week. I'm not going to have a special guest. You are the special guest. So I'm looking forward to seeing who will decide to join in, introduce themselves, share what they got going on, and just share what's on your mind. What is the pulse of the community? Oh, look, I was about to say some things, but I see some a request already came in. I'm going to say two things before I start bringing community in. One, thank you to everybody who donated to our fundraiser at heyblackseattle.com/donate. I put that up after I saw that woman yelling racial slurs at a 5-year-old raised a ton of money in a matter of days. And it just really shocked me. Let me not say that. It didn't shock me. It frustrated me. It frustrated me because it showed the power of how community moves as like an organism to really act as a safety net to protect behaviors that they want to see. So it's like it's frustrating and inspiring at the same time. I know that's a weird word to use when you see hate move like that, but you have to process it. Like people who have racist beliefs are not like, you can't just look at them as just individual weirdos out here in the world. They are a community of people in a sense that are connected by a set of ideals. And when they see those ideals being upheld, the organism mobilizes to support that behavior. And that's why that money showed up. And so it just had me sitting here like, well, when certain behavior shows up that we want to support and provide a safety net for, then that's what we got to do. So I'm like, shoot, if people support what I'm doing, let me provide the opportunity for the organism that is our community to show up for what I'm doing. And in case you didn't know, the person who filmed that video and shared that with the world, he is now being harassed. His address has been shared. His phone number has been shared all over. He and his children can't leave the house, so they also need support. I don't know his name, but if I find it after I get off this live, I'll put it in the comments because they need support. And it's way more useful to support that family than that woman who did what she did. But anyway, thank you so much, Todd, for sharing the love. I appreciate that. So really, I just wanted to thank everybody who donated so far. I have not raised hundreds of thousands of dollars like the hateful racist woman, but I have raised enough money to pay my assistant for this month. And that matters. That matters because Hey Black Seattle is self-funded. Hey Black Seattle is self-funded. Premium directory members pay to promote on the calendar. But I'm tell you right now, it's not a lot of money. I kept the prices very low on purpose to make it really accessible to community. And so if you donate, it really helps for me to be able to keep doing this while I also find the energy and the strength to actually go do my day job, which is hosting and taking care of client events. So that is a scoop on that. I just wanted to say thank you. But I'm not going to take up too much time since I already see somebody here who wants to join the live. I'm about to bring them on if that works out. But we're doing community check-in tonight, y'all. So if you have something that you want to say, or if you just want to pop in and say hello and chop it up for just a little bit, send me a request to join tonight's live. I pushed a button. So let's see what Instagram is going to do. Hello. You are live on Wednesday Night Live, and we can see your ceiling, but we can't see your beautiful face. Who do we have here?
Hi there, how are you? My name is Cedric.
Hi, Cedric. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself to the
Yeah,
community.
yeah. So I actually live down here in Tacoma.
All right.
I'm a sommelier
Ooh.
and an aspiring wine educator, to be honest with you. And so me and one of my partners, we're looking to put together a podcast And the whole entire hopes of this is to drive more people of color to the wine space, and we're going to sit back and talk about wine education. We're going to talk about wine trends, and we're going to do some food and wine pairing.
I love this. Cedric the sommelier.
Yeah,
All right. Now
and I have to tell some people, I have to tell people sometime I'm not from Somalia.
uh no they don't. No, they don't take it there. They're like, well, you're black. You must be Cedric from Somalia.
Yeah,
You're Somalian.
people do that every now and again. But yeah, this is my first time joining, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. So I'm curious about some of your the places that you frequent around here. Are you familiar with some of the black owned wine businesses that we have out here in the Pacific Northwest?
I am. As a matter of fact, Sidney Rice, he has a winery called Dossier, and his wines are absolutely amazing. Chez Frechette, that's over on Red Mountain. Her wines are absolutely amazing again there as well. And then I need to get down to Willamette Valley. There's a few brothers down there that are really pushing out some really nice wine in the Pinot Noir space.
Wow, I love this. Now, do you know their social media handles? Like not right now, like could you go and tag them in the comments of this live
I
afterwards?
can.
I would love that because you're educating us right now. I got my pencil out and I'm taking notes, but I
Okay.
can't catch it all. I would love if we would get your recommendations for black owned wines that we
Okay.
need to check out.
For sure. I'll be more than happy to do that for you.
Yes. Do you know about We Rise Wines, a shop owned by a black woman in Seattle?
I've heard about it, but I haven't done a lot of investigating.
Yeah, that'll be my contribution to this wine moment we're having. We Rise Wines, and then there's also Urban Connoisseur.
Okay.
So these are some folks where when you get the podcast guest list popping, those two sisters who own those organizations, Urban Connoisseur and We Rise
Okay.
Wines, you got to have them on there.
That sounds like a plan.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much.
It's,
Is there anything else you got going on or questions or things that you need help finding, sis?
the thing is, I'm actually in the process of putting together the business plan, and we're actually going to start doing some wine tours probably toward the end of summer. We're going to do walking tours starting up in Woodinville, maybe doing 4 to 5 wineries per day. And that's kind of test the market and see how that goes. And then hopefully next year we can expand over to Red Mountain down to Richland, get over to Yakima, and then Walla Walla.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, so listen, I hope you will put them on the Hey Black
I
Seattle calendar so we
definitely
can
will.
shout you out and add you into the rotation of the events that we pump out on
Okay,
our social media and whatnot. I would love for people to be able to find out about guided tours of such kind,
for
headed by
sure.
Cedric and friends.
Cedric, yes, yes, yes. Again, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. I didn't expect to be live, actually having to speak, but hey, it happens, right?
Well, you handled it beautifully. Thank you so much for being here with your wine knowledge and your dimples.
Thank you so much. Now we'll talk to you soon.
All right,
Okay,
bye.
ciao.
All right, y'all. This is the community check-in night. Pop in here, hop on live with me if you want to share some things that you have going on. If you just want to say hello. Really, this is open space for community to pop in and say hello. We're going to share this on our main feed afterwards. And let's see. I will while we wait for the next person to send their request to join, I will keep talking. So I'll let you, I don't know how to hold on, let me see if I can figure out how to I mean you might have to pop off
Okay,
the
what do I do?
live. Yeah, I don't really know all the ways to do
Did
this.
I do it?
To actually oh no, I think it's going. I think you're just hidden now. But
Okay. Yeah, just turn my camera off.
yeah, your camera's off, but your square is still there. So you might have to do something else. I'm over here looking for the tools myself. I don't know. You might have to leave the live and come back, and that might be the best option for us, Cedric. But I'm going to keep running my mouth while you figure that out. Um, the other thing, well, again, this is community check-in. Anybody, please feel free to join in and say hello and share what you got going on. Share any questions that you have for me, or put it in the comments, and I'll take questions that way in the question box or the comments area. And I can share with you if you've been wondering things about Hey Black Seattle. You see it and you're just like, what is this? What y'all do? Just let me know what your questions are, how it works. Happy to take those questions tonight. The other thing that I see that's popping around in the news has been the Met Gala and a lot of discourse around whether or not like, oh, people are people are boycotting the Met Gala, but this is in support of art, and we should really, appreciate that Black folks were being centered this year. The only thing that I can say about that is that when I think about art and us valuing art, I understand that the Met Gala is all about there's like donating, money to a museum and whatnot. Art, like art is the means through which we preserve life's treasures of the past. It's the means through which we bond about life today. We dream about life's possibilities in the future. And so life and this wondrous experience of life is like the root of art. Life is art's muse. So while we ride for art, is super important because we are really making a statement about what matters and whose lives matter. But as we ride for art, it's strange for me when I see people do that, but they're not fighting for life itself. There is like it's just difficult for me to overlook the fact that children are starving in Gaza right now, and I see that every day in my feed. And so when I understand celebrity types and people with means know this is happening, there's no way to not know. No one can say they don't know. So when I see that people are knowing that this is happening, that we have a forced starvation happening in the world somewhere, and it is like a non-topic, it's really hard for me to get excited about the fact that a museum is getting donations. It just really is, because like, what is art if not with the lives that it's attached to? In fact, oh, but this is about Black stuff. Like, got it, fine. It's all connected. What we show that we're willing to ignore in one community is exactly what will show up on every community's doorstep. So if you are part of an oppressed population and you turn your back on people who are being forcibly starved in your face, especially when you're Black, and you know that whatever the world gets, whatever cold the world gets, we're gonna get a flu, don't ever think that we're not right there eligible for the same treatment. And so my heart can't see children being forcibly starved every day and then just be like, oh, but we must honor our art. Yes, we must. But that art is meant to inspire something. And I think that the root of it, the muse of art is life. And so if we detach life from art and we celebrate art for art's sake, but we don't connect it to life, that is something that is hard for me to process. So those are just some ramblings about the Met Gala while I wait to see if anybody else is going to join me here on Community Check-In Night. I am here for the community to see if anybody wants to hop on, say hello, and share a little bit about what you might have going on, or just talk about your experience of being a Black person in the Puget Sound. I'd love to meet some folks here tonight. Thank you all for joining the broadcast, but this is Community Check-In Night, so I am actually here to check in on y'all. And if no one wants to join and say hello, then I will just pop on off and go back to the living room where I am working while watching cartoons with my daughter. So that is the scoop. I'm going to hang out here for probably another 5 minutes to see if anybody wants to join and say hello and share about what you got going on. Just waving at folks here. All right. Let's see. We got somebody in the house. Bring it on in, because I'm about to turn it on. Welcome to the Community Check-In Wednesday Night Live with Hey Black Seattle. Come on, Instagram. You can do it. I know you can. Look at the little, I don't know if y'all see the little wheel spinning. It's trying to bring the person in. I hope this works out because I love meeting folks. Y'all hang in here with us. The suspense is building, ain't it? The suspense is building. I'm going to see if I can do it again. Oh, no. Since they left. Okay, let me try one more time. I'm going to try one more time, Miss Taylor. Please don't go away. Come on, Instagram. Don't get in the way of our community check-in. Don't be a hater. Hopefully it works this time because I love minding y'all's business and finding out what's going on. What's up, Hattie? I have missed the last few weeks, but I'm glad to have caught the last episode. Yay. Oh, it looks like it's working. I can't see the image yet, but I can hear you. Ah, this is Absolutely, such a tease to have somebody willing to hop on here and say hello, but Instagram will not allow us to hop on. Okay, well, why don't you come on, Hattie, in the meantime while we try to get this working. I'm so sorry, Miss Jersey Taylor. Really wanted to say hello to you and meet you this evening, but it seems like Instagram isn't letting it happen. Instagram is being a community hater. Hey, Jess. I would love for you to hop on and tell us what you got going on. You always in the mix. Oh,
Hey,
hello there. Welcome back. It's so good to see your big old smile. Won't you remind the people who you are?
hey, hey, y'all. I'm feeling pretty good. I just finished an 8-week cohort with Sabrina Jackson Gandy and Edward
Mm.
Newbin, and um, powerful stuff and plenty. I'll be doing a recap video or post, but I wanted to get on because I hopped on with you before, like when you did that first night,
Mm-hmm.
and I love giving flowers when, presently, right? So after I did that, I talked about Thrive Community Camp and Mosaic Academy of Learning. And oh no, I forgot his name. He just so happened to jump on that night, and I connected with him afterwards. And he hopped on two of my Zooms, and he had so much feedback, like
Wow.
so much feedback. And I actually, now that I'm talking about this, I need to make sure I call him tomorrow and let him know that I've recently implemented his feedback and it has helped. So just a short, quick recap. Mosaic Academy of Learning is an educational K through 12 school that I am putting together, and I need a team, especially some educators. I need folks who are in the educational world. And then Thrive Community Camp is a camp that I'm designing. I want a physical location that will be in Eastern Washington, and I've narrowed it down to 5
Come
cities
on.
in Eastern Washington. But one of the suggestions that he made that was really great was to have hubs. So I'm a big vision, like I see the big how I want it to turn out, and talking to him was so helpful that he kind of brought me back down, not in a bad way, but brought me back down. Okay, when you meet people and you talk about them, this big vision, sometimes it's like that's too big to them,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so he presented to me these hub ideas, and I've been able to network with local parks and go to their meetings and just say, hey, I'd love to do a Thrive Community Camp hub with your parks. And so just getting into the conversation and making sure to use, terminology I need. So I'm so thankful that you started this live hop on with viewers, because you really never know who's listening. You never know who you're going to connect with. And it was so helpful because my mind just goes way up here, right? Like I know what I want it to be. And so to connect with people who can say, okay, that's great, but let's start here, right?
Oh.
And the other thing, like from this cohort, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my retail business. I was like, I know I want to keep making skincare products and my journals, but right now, I have my business set up out of my garage, and people don't feel, I guess, as comfortable to come to the house because it's not a brick and mortar. I highly, highly encourage you all, if you know a small business that's starting in the house, it's okay to show up to the space that they've designated for their business, because that's how they get to the brick and mortar.
Mm-hmm.
And I was letting that hinder me. So instead, after being in the cohort, I will be doing a grand reopening May 17th,
Oh,
and it will be
okay.
at the boutique right there
Ooh.
in my garage, but it's set up to look like us to be a store. And I've intentionally not shown the images of how it looks now, and I don't even open my garage anymore. So that way on May 17th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to be open. And so people will be able to, yeah. So between Hey Black Seattle and the bus cohort with Sabrina Jackson Gandy and Ed Newbins, I'm this last 3 months been active,
Hattie, you
been
better come in here
working.
with the praise
I'm just
report.
hey, And to small businesses, like, don't give up. Don't get kind of lost in your head, because it's so dangerous there sometimes. It's great when you're in your creative space, but it's so bad when you're like, oh, this didn't work. And then you fall into that hole of doubt. Like, it is so damaging, and you gotta not be afraid to hop on. Get on these lives. Get on, network with the people, and you never know who's gonna be on. You never know.
You have
The
said
young lady who
something.
got on, the woman who got on about, remember, she was saying she wants to get out more, and
Yeah.
her and I've been talking. I don't want to mention her name on here because I haven't talked to her before coming on here, and I don't want to,
We
that's her
still
business,
PM
but
too. We still
yeah,
PM.
we're on the telly,
Y'all,
and I'm
oh,
going
y'all
to,
escalated things.
yes, and you just never know. Like, we just stay stuck in our box, and we think,
Yeah.
oh, it'll happen. It doesn't happen until you jump out and you do it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
thank you.
you really have dropped sunshine into my evening. I'm so proud and happy to hear that things have been flourishing, and that somebody you met in this space, or because of these lives, like, was able to help you find language that you need to, like,
Yeah,
translate the vision into the bites that other
yeah,
people could consume so you
right,
can move forward. That's so beautiful. And I love what you said about you never know who's listening, because I know, like, in the course of these 30 minutes that I hop on here every week, people flow through, and
right,
usually I end up, and I'll be transparent with people, there's usually like about 100 unique eyeballs that flow through. Not
yeah,
everybody stays for the whole 30
right,
minutes. So when you pop in, like right in this very minute, there's 7 people on this live.
right,
All it takes is the right one.
yep,
And then I post
and
the live onto the feed where 13,000 people get to see it. So it's like,
yeah, yeah,
it's worth it. It's
yeah.
worth it to just come on here, talk about what you're talking about. And when you were just saying that, so I saw Jazz said, come vend at Black Wall Street. Black
Oh,
Wall Street is happening May 31st. Massive crowd, massive opportunity to get in front of people.
okay,
So for anybody who's on here who has a product, service, like, there's an opportunity coming up. There's about to be a lot of vending opportunities coming up. But
yeah,
thank you, Jazz, for mentioning Black Wall Street. If you want to pop on here and talk about it, feel free,
yeah.
Jazz.
You
Um,
should.
but I appreciate you so much for sharing that, and make sure
Yeah,
you I don't know, promote the May 17th
yeah.
action on heyblackseattle.com so I can get it into the
And I will
rotation.
be getting on heyblackseattle.com. I'm on there as a I subscribe to for emails, but I'll be now being a business. I don't remember the term, but like business
Yeah, like
partner.
as a
Is that what?
directory member.
Yes, directory member.
Yeah, well,
So
I look forward to sharing with people about the things that you have going on. Thank you so much, and
thank
congratulations on the
you.
steps you are taking and the faith that you are having in your vision.
Yes, thank y'all. Have a good night.
Good night.
I don't know
Oh,
how to exit.
I know. I
Uh,
have to remind myself every time of how you actually take people off, but I never remember.
but like if I press the
Yeah, you press
X. Yep.
the
X.
X, you'll
Okay.
come. All right, and then just come back in to listen to see who else is here. All right, y'all, that was the praise report from Hattie. And then I saw in the comments people were sharing, like, her products are amazing. Miss Geneva was giving a +1, advocating for you, but also what she's putting together with the schools for our young people is a beautiful vision. So tap in if you are not familiar already. Anybody else want to hop on here? I got a few more minutes. We can probably take one more person. Share your share what you got going on, share some news, just introduce yourself and say hello. You really don't have to be a business owner or have something to promote. That's what I found in this space, in this world. Actually, there's just, everything's got to be so formal. Everything is so like, oh, and you're in this and you purchase this airtime to do X, Y, and Z. And part of me is like, sometimes we just need an open space that anybody can just have an opportunity to share. So if you want to do that, now is a great opportunity. Your skin looks bomb, by the way. Thank you. Your business coach. And if y'all were peeping, so Hattie was sharing names of people who were supporting business owners in their steps. So she's shouting out Geneva in the chat. If you go into the chat, you'll see Geneva Marie B. Tap in with Geneva. Geneva and I had a great session where she taught me about finding pleasure in the things that I don't find pleasurable, so that I can reframe how I am thinking about tasks that I be putting off because I love a good procrastination moment. I'll build a monument while I'm procrastinating because I don't want to do something. And so my time with Geneva, one of the really beautiful things I got from her was about finding pleasure in the things that I need to get done so I can actually be excited to be doing them. But tap in there. And then Hattie also mentioned Debrina Jackson Gandy and mentioned Edward Nubens. So these are names to look up. These are people who are doing coaching, who are, Jess says she folding clothes, people who are helping people shape their vision and take things to the next level. Oh, hold on, here we go. Look, we're not about to get off of here at 8 o'clock. I got to talk to the people. We're about to bring in a new friend. Hey!
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geneva is in the house.
Hello.
Good evening.
Listen, I had to get on when my two favorites was on here. I was like, why not? Hello, beautiful. How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you?
I am well. I had no idea I was going to get on live. I got my robe on. I'm so comfortable.
This is how so people talking about these locks. I actually had two ponytails in.
Yes.
I was like, am I about to pop on here with my two pigtails that I was watching cartoons with? And I was like, let me at least like put the bun up.
Listen,
Was like,
we talk about play and pleasure. You better wear them piggy tails, okay?
I love it. Well, I'm glad you popped on in your robe. And since I know you are a business owner, I would love if you would tell the people a little bit about what you do.
Yes, hello, people. Hello, hey, Black Seattle. Listen, first I want to say Keisha is the bomb and the stuff and the stuff and the bomb, okay? Listen, so my name is Geneva. I also go by Geneva Marie. I am a healer and a restorative strategist and a CEO of a multi-business ecosystem. And so we serve organizations, entrepreneurs, as well as individuals in taking care of themselves, as well as building their capacity for a legacy. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. So if you out here trying to build a legacy while also loving on yourself, now you have a contact and someone that you can tap in with. Get y'all's note, write down these people's handles. Okay, make these moments count. But you see the whiteboard behind her because she be over there doing the thing.
I'll be over there writing, okay? I got everything.
Post-its. That is the art. The artfulness.
Listen, I be moving.
Oh my goodness. So what's going on with you? How are you?
I am well. I'm doing really well. Besides what the climate of the world is, I am still grounding myself so that I can build my capacity to hold more space because so many people are going through so much, right? And it's really important to be there because community is healing. It's healing. It takes community. And so we have an experience coming up on the 24th called Paint and Meditate. It's a signature offering through our Holistic Well. And we are painting and we are meditating. And the theme is come as you are. Come as you are to be held. Come as you are to let go, to express, to be in space. Majority of the time, it's a lot of Black bodies. We do a lot of journaling. We do a lot of painting, a lot of expression. You do not have to be an artist to come, but you are an artist. I'm affirming that.
Yes.
And yes, and we talk about mindset. What are words that you can use to reaffirm and get grounded in your true being? Because we all are divinity, and that's what we do. Yes. So yeah.
Where is this happening?
It's happening in Renton. At Renton, a space called Drumroll Wine.
Yes.
Drumroll. Yes, and so it's going to be there. It's at noon to 2:30, but we ask for you to come at 11:30 because to come and just be in the space. I offer sage baths if you're into that. And so we do some sage baths. You come and get your food. We offer these little lunch platters. We have vegan options and we have turkey options. And then you'll come in with community to just talk. And we have real deep discussion. So people think it's like a pain sip. It's not that. You can sip if you want to, but we're going to be talking, okay? We're going to be a community and healing together.
Someone asked, when is it happening? They must have missed the date, which you just said.
Yes, it is May 24th. And the link is in my bio. And I do have a question for you.
Okay, well, before you ask your question, after this, would you mind putting the details in the comments of this live?
Of course. I definitely will do that. Yes.
All right. What's your question?
Okay, I try to register for Hey Black Seattle,
Try.
and because I'm an ecosystem with multiple
Mm.
businesses, do you recommend that I do just the ecosystem or each of the businesses to register?
Oh, this is a really good question. So, if you if there when you are a basic directory member, that's just one profile. And so if you're just like, okay, I only want to manage one profile, just put the ecosystem up and share about all the different things on that profile. But if you have the capacity to fill out multiple, then you just make multiple pages for the different individual brands that you run. The thing about being then a premium member, when you pay the $9.99 a month or the $115 a year, all of these things can be related, and you can log in once and you'll be able to just toggle between all the different brands within that one account. That's one of the benefits of that, is that it will cluster a whole bunch of accounts. So then you can post events as the individual brands, but you're really just managing it all from the same dashboard.
All right, sounds like I got to be a paid member because that sounds smart.
That's the multiple.
Yeah,
This is the platform that I use to build Hey Black Seattle on is called Brilliant Directories, and that's one of the ways that it works. Is that if you want multiple locations, they call it, of one business, then they all have to be part of a paid, like, well, that's I set it up to be paid, but it has to be part of a special kind of account that connects them all together to be associated with each other. So if you are a premium directory member, you will log into your member dashboard, and at the bottom you'll see related accounts, and you just click it. Boop, I'm gonna post my event as this brand that I run
deal.
instead of,
Thank
yeah.
you. That's why I put it on a hold. But I was like, I need a consultation on figuring this out. So I'm glad, and I'm glad we got this. We're here just in case there's somebody else who's building an ecosystem on how to do
Thank you
that.
for asking a HeyBlackSeattle.com related questions. I don't get very many of those.
Listen, yes, I got questions. Okay.
And
All
hopefully,
right, we'll do. I'm gonna get my team to support in that. So thank you for helping me with that, and I look forward to becoming officially registered in that capacity.
beautiful. And then the thing that I love about this setup is that the way I'm running it now, that's how I now pull things into our Instagram for our what's going on post, the little event things that I do every week. I'm pulling straight from the calendar. So whatever people post there, that's what I pull in. People send me stuff in the DMs, and I try to post that stuff to my stories as much as I can. But for efficiency's sake, the best thing to do is, like, if things are on the calendar, now it's hitting the feed. And that's how I am able to just keep up with everything that's going on. And that's the whole point of the calendar. All of us can't keep up with everything that's going on because it's a lot of Black happenings all the time.
Can we talk about how there's a lot of Juneteenth events where we need to come together, have a community discussion on which one? Because having multiple of these events, like,
Yeah.
why? But and yes, Hattie, we know you got an ecosystem too. Yes, you need to do the same thing. So we might need to have a meeting so we can make sure we get this together. But
if y'all have a work session about making y'all's Hey Black Seattle profiles, I will come and help.
Oh, well, that sounds like a party. That sounds like a party. We might need to throw that as an event. Okay, have people register on the spot. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Because people aren't taking advantage of everything that they can put on there. Like, let's say if somebody did an interview with Converge posts those interviews on YouTube, and you can take those links and embed that right onto your Hey Black Seattle profile. So now somebody comes to your profile, they get to actually see you talking and being a presence, and that's a little bit more enticing for them to work with you. And also, it's racking up YouTube views for Converge Media. So we are.
Oh, if I got a YouTube, I can put my YouTube up there and rack up
your YouTube on there.
Oh,
if you have people producing all this media, and this is people are investing a lot of effort into this stuff, put it on there and put it to use on HeyBlackSeattle.com.
Listen, y'all better get you registered and be using this service, okay? So that we don't have the same event at the same day. Listen, there's
it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before we get to the promised land.
Because we all need to be there. We need to be Hey Black Seattle geared up. Yes. Also, I have another question. Okay. Are you creating crew necks?
Oh, ooh, you got the good question. Okay, because I've been thinking about merch a lot. This is one of those places where I'm trying to let my personal beliefs about the environment tap into me as a, like, come into play with me as a business leader. So I'm like, okay, there's a lot of apparel waste out here in the world. We talk a lot about all the clothing that's getting produced and getting thrown out. And I'm like, do I really want to keep making clothes? The clothes that I make for Hey Black Seattle, I feel like it's very purposeful. So where's the merch? If you go to shophheyblackseattle.com, or, you know, menu on our site, their shop, you can get merch right now. Right now, the way I'm working it is it's all printed on demand. I stopped holding
I
inventory
love that.
and printing things that people haven't ordered. So you have to order your pieces one at a time from the website. But I also was just processing how I'm like, I don't know how committed I am to producing apparel because of all of the clothing that's piling up all over the world. And I love the idea of us rolling around town kind of with our team gear on, where it's like we can tell we're part of a team because it's very bold. Hey, Black Seattle. You see somebody in that shirt, it's like a nod already. Oh, you with the black, you down because you got the giant Black Seattle. So I do want us to be able to have that sense of team, and I love that. But I also am very aware of how much clothing is being produced and living in these refuge waste areas and getting porting out to countries that we consider disposable, and it's piling up in their country just because of American habits of how we treat clothes. So I
Listen, you
am.
over here preaching, okay? Because listen, we want to go visit the diaspora, and then we got their waters is full with clothes. Listen, I
Clothes from over
understand.
here.
I
So I'm up
understand.
here like,
So I
how
love the
can I?
question that Star said. What about upcycling? Because that's what I've been thinking.
Ooh,
Is
let's talk
getting
about it. Yep.
getting stuff at secondhand stores
Mm,
and using the Cricut and printing, and that itself is a can be as a story behind the
mm,
items,
mm-hmm.
right? And it's who you are. You are very environmentalist. You are very about the people globally. And
Yes.
so having pieces like that is very informative, it's supportive. And I believe, I know, not even believe, I know more Black businesses need to talk about this because I'm leading a class right now about money healing. And we
Mm,
were talking about how this hoarding around capitalism is really killing us at the
it
same
is.
time. And we talk about we want to heal the diaspora, we want to heal and say, hey, Black Seattle, but what about hey, Black Ghana?
Amen.
You know? And if we's over there shopping like that, it's messing up their food supplies. It's messing up this. So how do we have conscious
Yes.
conversations around this stuff? Because yes, we need the material that say, hey, Black Seattle. But what does it look like to have conscious conversations that we are upcycling the items, are working with a Black seamstress who's
Mm-hmm.
creating these hey, Black Seattle items. And now they are even more luxury. They're already luxury, but even more. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Like
more
you got a
unique
little
and
oomph
special.
to it.
It truly, I think, once I started thinking like that and telling people about it, the ideas for what can be the merchandise, I feel like got more
Yes.
creative. Because then it's like, okay, instead of a full T-shirt, what if it's a patch and you put it on something you already own? What if it's,
Yes.
and then it's coming up with these types of ideas. To your point, now it's like, well, why are they doing that? Because that's not what normal people do. But not normal people. That's not the normal playbook. I'm like, I'm not doing anything over here by the normal playbook.
Okay.
I'm trying to be mindful and actually let my beliefs be real in my life. And
Yes.
so if I'm looking at visuals of my people across the sea telling us, get y'all's waste up out of our up out of this country, this country, it's multiple places. Like it's hard for me to just press forward and not, like, at some point have an awakening of like, wait a minute, there's my interest as a brand, but then there's also my interest in as a citizen of the world.
That's why I love you,
Oh,
okay? Because you is putting action behind conscious thinking.
yeah.
Like, people are so nervous to think consciously because then you have to be accountable. Then you have to put action
Yeah.
behind it, right? And so it's easy to be in the space of escapism. But if we really want to talk about
Mm.
it, when it comes to consumerism and capitalism, who does it serve? Who does it term. And if we want to say really, hey, Black Seattle, we need to have conscious conversations to really support our growth. We
Yeah.
need to be hey,
Yeah.
Black environment. Because
Hey,
listen,
Black life.
AI, look, don't get me started on my AI, but there's
Look,
so much we
see
have
you
to have
activated.
conversation about to really support our community. We can't just be doing it for a bandage.
Yeah. Or for a bag. It's a
Oh,
way to get money. It's a way to get money, and we need resources, right? And that's a way to do it. I have a comedy bit that I'm working on that's basically like we're all just selling t-shirts. That is what has happened to a lot of big music artists. It's like because the business of music got squeezed so hard and the profits of when you become a star, it's like now you're making the money off the merch. And so I say t-shirts, but t-shirts is a stand-in for something else. Everything becomes a product play. And while yes, products are a part of life, I think that the consciousness that I'm trying to have is like I'm being taken over by products. They're everywhere. And it's like, so if I feel that way, I have to be more thoughtful and just be
yes.
more deliberate in my movement about, well, what are the products that are going to be coming that I'm going to be putting into the world as a business leader. And so there's things that I have inventory here for some shirts still, and I have the stuff that you can buy on demand, print one at a time if you want it. But all of that, once I get rid of the inventory that I have on hand, I'm probably not going to re-up, and I just have to rethink the on-demand printing to see what is the way, what are the things that I do want to share with people that are maybe smaller, things that I know when they disintegrate into the earth or that are easy to share, like how can I figure out how to feel good, feel better for me
Yes.
about what I'm putting into the
Yes.
world. But I still have shirts. I have t-shirts, I have bags, like shoulder bags, and then I have mugs. I got gifted a whole bunch of mugs from a merch producer out here. So I have things on hand, and that just means that those things are going to be very special for the people who buy them
Okay,
because
one
I'm not
time. You better
planning
get it now before it's
it
gone.
now because when it's
Okay, one
gone,
time. But
Keisha's
I
over
do have
here.
this vision for you. Like I
Mm,
really, I could, because we talked about volunteers. So I have this vision. I'm naming this. May I
yes,
say something around that?
say it. Name it. Tell
Okay.
me.
I see some volunteers coming to support you, and you guys do an upcycle haul,
Mm,
right? And you guys
mm.
get crew necks, you get t-shirts, you get different things, right? And then one of them or a few of them get a cricket and literally put "Hey Black Seattle" on all of them, and they're going to be so unique and they're going to be so different because us as Black people are so unique and different. And now all these people got these shirts that say "Hey Black" and these green "Hey Black Seattle" all loud, but now it's very unique and different.
Yeah.
And it really it sums up like in little big language of like Black liberation, Black experience, Black creativity, Black artistry. And and I know some artists that would love to support you in this,
Hey,
right? And so I see that is a dope vision that I'm saying and I'm naming, but
yes. I'm
there's
like,
possibilities around this. And that's what I've been thinking about when it comes to my content.
mm-hmm,
And because I really do want clothing swap too. Like, yeah, you can throw a "Hey Black" clothing swap and
mm.
maybe having a little cricket over there and people can pay just for it to get it stamped on. You know what I'm saying? And you can bring your own clothes. Like,
I like it. I like it.
okay,
Look, 'cause
like it.
I got
Listen,
the
there's
volunteers
ways.
this month for our volunteer session. What they're going to be doing is helping me count up all the inventory of what's here now, so we can just like let's take stock, what's left, and so I can then come to the people and be like, look, I'm selling this. I'm gonna get some mugs over at Art Noir. Probably gonna talk to Sis at We Rise Wines because we were talking about putting stuff there, and we're gonna move the inventory that's here. But I love the idea of people bringing their own gear, maybe pay a little fee to get the logo, but like to support support the situation. But it's unique in like the way that I feel like Black people are unique, and even like Black Seattle, we different out here, and so why
Period.
not bring
Do you see
whatever
who's the CEO? Of course, it's different. Like,
bring your different, interesting, your style, and then you're rocking Hey Black Seattle on the thing that you have chosen, and it's team, but it's you.
and also, look, how do you say fashion shows? I can see a fashion show with it, and then multiple artists have their own booths, and they can paint on it. Oh, listen, now
We're getting
look, my
excited. Look.
creativity is like flourishing. But like that, yes, take notes. I hope you're taking notes.
Right. When we do the meetup where I come help with the profiles, we also got to write out the plan. Like we start calling
Yes.
people and be like, "This is the day we gonna do the fashion thing." And then y'all gonna see this live and be like, "Oh, they did it."
Yes, and that's what it is. That's black love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's just black love. And I'm so excited for you. And I'm so happy. And I'm happy to hear the volunteering thing is moving and grooving.
Moving. Thank
Congratulations.
you. Yep, we talked about that. They've been. I got a crew onboarded, and we're trying to get it going. This last month has been just like back and forth with me and health, but the people who are sticking in here and sticking in here. So you're seeing more events posted to the calendar. That's mostly the work of a Hey Black Seattle volunteer who is supporting the premium directory members who don't have. A lot of people are small business owners, and they're like, I've got this membership and I don't have time to sit and do the admin work. And so there's a dope Hey Black Seattle volunteer who's over here in the background, just be like, let me help you.
That is so love. Oh my gosh. That's
Mm-hmm.
now that we talked about money or a bag. Now that is wealth.
Hey.
Okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
wealth. What someone's giving you their time.
Yeah.
No bag can represent time and love in that way.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and I'm glad you said yes, and I'm glad they said yes. And yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Hattie said that she had her calendar out, so we do need to
Come
put
on.
that on the schedule for our meetup so I can
That,
register and
that
get
would
that
be fun
together.
for some. Yeah. And then we have someone in the comments asking about your profile because they want to know about the event that you're hosting on the 24th.
Oh, what am I supposed to
Share
say?
what your
My
profile
profile?
is.
My Instagram? What
Yeah.
profile? Oh, my Instagram is Geneva Marie B.
Mm-hmm.
JenevaMarie. B
Oh,
as in boy. And yeah, you can find everything on there. LinkedIn, it's on LinkedIn. Or you can search where is Neva and you'll find me as
yeah.
well. So
And
that's
I
what I
have asked everybody who joined tonight if you were on here, Hattie, Cedric, like share the things that we talked about. Give us a little summary in the comments because the comments that roll through in the live don't get saved. So we're saying a lot of beautiful things. And so if you want things to be captured, make sure you post it in the comments after I post this live.
Oh, in the comments, not in the comments of this. Okay,
Yeah,
that
in
makes
the
sense.
comments after I post a live to the site, because all of this will be lost. That is the saddest thing about Instagram Live is that we be having these dope conversations in the comments, and then it's like it's gone.
Yes, yes. Well,
Oh,
I am so honored and grateful. I'm so glad that I jumped on and then I seen Hattie. I was like, oh, it's a party. Okay. But no, I look for it. We definitely should do this again. And I definitely will be
and
joining. Because you said every week you're on?
so I come on every week, but once a month, and I usually do it the last Wednesday of each month. But I wasn't feeling up to it last week, so I'm doing it today. But the last Wednesday of every month, I try to just preserve that as community check-in Wednesday. And so the other Wednesdays, some of the premium directory members who are posting things to the site come on and I give them dedicated time. Just come talk about what they got going on, what they're trying to promote. But the last Wednesday of the month, that's my community check-in time. Because the first time we did this is the one Hattie was on. It was so good. And then the second time I did it, I was on here crying. I was like, this is a lot. It's so beautiful to just connect with people without it being some like formal agenda. It's just like, what's going on? What's going on?
Yes, that is beautiful. Keisha, I love you. And I'm so proud
Oh,
of you. And I'm so thankful that you said yes to your divinity and holding space this way. So thank you for allowing me to come in and see your brightness.
oh, thank you for
Yes, of
coming.
course. It was a pleasure, y'all.
All right. Good night. Good night. Everybody who joined tonight, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the encouragement. If you were feeling so inclined, if you got your life tonight, if you got some good insight, remember that we have a campaign going, heyblackseattle.com/donate, where you can support the work that I am doing and that the team that's supporting me. Again, when I say the team, it's me, my assistant Kat, and then whatever volunteers will stick with me in this thing. But this is something that the same way that people who don't mean well in the world show up and just flow towards supporting the behavior that they want to provide a safety net for, that's all I'm asking for with Hey Black Seattle. It's like if this is the type of behavior that you want to support, Y'all got to provide a safety net for the people in community who are doing things to take care of us. That's the only way we make it through. If we kind of just clap for people from afar and be like, girl, you got it, that's people won't have a safety net to really do things that need to get done. People always talk about, I can't find a job, which is interesting because there's plenty of work to do. Jobs are tied to somebody else's profit motive. And so when people are looking for jobs, you're looking for jobs that pay for you to serve a purpose for somebody who's trying to make money in a very specific way. Jobs is not about the work that actually needs doing in the world. There's so much work that needs doing in the world, and the things that I'm trying to do with Hey Black Seattle, a lot of them wouldn't get done because somebody wouldn't see a profit in it. And so when people are doing work for our people, especially when you know it's the type of stuff that folks usually don't make money at, that's when the organism of community support has to kick in. And we got to take care of each other in that way. Because otherwise, people would all be looking for jobs and know that I'd be doing our work. So I'm trying to do our work. Support me if that's meaningful to you. HeyBlackSeattle.com/donate. But in general, just sign up for the website so we can be a part of each other's communication network outside of social media. This is the primary way that we talk right now. But my hope is that I have a way to connect with people who are interested in Hey Black Seattle or Black people in the Puget Sound, making sure that we have a way to communicate with each other should all of these social media things go away. And we don't know what the future holds, but that is my primary way that I'd like to stay in touch with people. Sign up for the website, sign up for the newsletter, HeyBlackSeattle.com. So y'all have a really good night. I see Hattie giving me a +1. Not all the work that is needed is going to be paid work, but the overall outcome will be brighter, stronger, and healthier communities. And that's on that, because the people with the resource aren't looking out for our communities. Okay. A lot of people with the resource are showing up real sparkly and they love to be clapped for. I'm talking about some of these big celebrities that we pour money into, and they give us a little bit of something back because it's tax deductible in some way. Don't get me on the soapbox, but I'm just saying a lot of people who have resources, our folks and other folks, are looking for the things that can be done in a profitable way. And community work and the things that we sometimes need aren't always profitable. So just remember that when you see somebody doing work, just because they're doing it don't mean that they're supported resource-wise. So that's all. Good night. We were on here for a little bit longer tonight because the conversation was good. So we're going to post this live once I get the caption written. And then hopefully everybody who joined tonight will share the details in the comments when I post it. Cedric, Hattie, Geneva, I'm looking at y'all. All right. Thank you so much for joining Hey Black Seattle live. Wednesday Night Live with Hey Black Seattle. My name's Keisha, and y'all are amazing. Good night.